Hi friends, Krista here. Thanks for stopping by Books and Jams. I just had to finagle a spot so that I'm not shining brightly, glowing. It is a new year. Happy New Year to everyone. And we're getting back on a regular schedule. I really love doing every other weekend, a weekend reading vlog and alternating that with some sprints. Since I just did a ton of hours of sprints for the new year, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, I decided it's time for a weekend reading vlog, and it's Friday, so let's get this going. So I'm headed out this morning to go get my hair done, cover up those grays that are starting to pop out. And I brought with me a book, of course. The Little Prince is one that I started during my sprints on New Year's Day, so we are going to be reading this when my hair is processing. This week, my little nugget kind of stretched out the glasses that I normally wear. I can still wear them, but it reminded me that I have lots of glasses that I never wear because I just like those clear ones. So today I'm busted out these big black ones. They sit a little crooked on my face, but it kind of adds to the quirkiness of them, I guess. So we're going with it. But yeah, I'm going to get my hair done this morning, letting my car warm up a little bit because it's a little chilly outside. I have quite a few projects to do today. During sprints on New Year's Day, I made a spinner wheel for all the things I want to get done, and it was such a fun way to get things done. So I'm probably going to do that later, but in shorter spurts. When I'm doing sprints, I do 30 minutes, but I'm going to probably do 15 to 20 minute sprints and alternate reading with getting a bunch of things done. So I will make a new spinner wheel for the things I want to work on today. I did bust out a new puzzle this morning, and I'll show you that later. Come along for the weekend. Honestly, I don't have any plans other than I need to go pay my rent. Now it's the 2nd and I haven't paid my rent yet. So I need to walk over to the neighbors later and pay my rent. It's really sunny, even though it's cold. I might try to get outside for a walk today, and we'll see what else I get up to, but just wanted to get this kicked off, get back into my regular routine. I took a little week off after all the Vlogmas videos, but now it is January. I posted a video this morning, and we're ready to get going with more content. So let's go. Happy New Year. I would love to hear what you're reading, what you've been reading this weekend down in the comments. And yeah, it's gonna be a great year. Thanks for being here in this corner of the internet, and thanks for watching this weekend vlog. Here we go. All right, I am back from my hair appointment and grocery shopping and walking over to my neighbors to pay the rent. So I'm sitting down to eat some lunch. I have a lavish bread little roll up thing, and I have some grapes, but they need to be washed. They're over there. And I'm starting a new puzzle, guys. It's time. I'm doing this one. What a good puzzle to start the year. This is from my bestie, Jen. She gifted us all puzzles from our time together, and each one is different. I'm so excited. So I'm just in the sorting out the edges stage right now. These pieces are so tiny, but that's a face. So I have a bin started for faces. So I'm gonna listen to the Guernsey Potato Peel Pie, Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society is my first audiobook of the year. So I'm listening to that. I made it about 43 pages into The Little Prince. So didn't make good progress so far today, but I have a lot of things I'm gonna get going on in a little bit. Just sitting to eat some lunch first. We'll carry on from there. All right, friends, it is 1:45 and I am ready to get going on my to-do list. But so I made a spinner wheel and I spun it a couple different times, but what I really wanna do is get some of my giveaways from my Patreon party packed up so that I can take them to the post office today. So I kept getting other things on the spinner wheel, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is take care of the giveaway stuff first, and then I will do the spinner wheels. Because on there I got walk, film my wrap up, all things that I would love to do today, but I just really, really, really want to get some of these giveaways, most of them hopefully, in the mail today, because I don't want to wait any longer. They're out in the other room getting ready to go. I need to do it. So that's what I'm going to work on first, and then we'll do the spinner wheels and alternate with reading. But I did finish the Guernsey Literary Potato Peel Pie Society. I forget how much I really enjoyed that book. It's so good. It takes place on the Isle of Guernsey out in the English Channel between England and France, and takes place just after World War II. We follow a journalist in London who begins a correspondence with some people on the island, ends up visiting there, and you learn all about the Nazi occupation of Guernsey during the war and what that was like for people. So there's some heavy stuff in there, but it's just handled with care and in such a almost lighthearted, it's not lighthearted. Like some of the stuff that they go through is very heavy for sure. We hear about the concentration camps and borderline starvation on the island and just some pretty tough stuff. But through it all, we follow Juliet, our journalist, as she makes friends with all of the different people in this literary society. It's just really lovely. It's really lovely. Big fan. I'm so glad I reread it. What a fun way to start the year. So I'm going to pick a new audiobook in a little bit, but I can't do words in my ears and words on screen, and I need to write down addresses and stuff. So I'm going to wait until I get these giveaways ready to go, and then I will pick a new audiobook. But here we go. All right, I am just sitting here. I got back from the post office, mailed almost all of the giveaway stuff. I still kept it on my spinner wheel because there's a few more things that I need to do for the giveaways. One of them is a box of goodies and I want to wrap them all up. So I need to wrap them. And one is an online gift card. So I need to email that. And I'm waiting for one more address from someone. So once those 3 things get done, I can finish those giveaways, hopefully this weekend. But I just spun the spinner wheel. I took a screenshot since I film on my phone. I can't do it in live real time with you. But I spun the spinner wheel and it landed on nap. I added nap before I was working on the giveaways because I sat in that chair for another 10, 15 minutes before I could get the energy to get up. I'm like, I just need a nap today. I love that that's what it landed on. The spinner knows what you need. So I'm going to take a little half-hour nap and then I will get up and spin the wheel again and move into sprints from there. Here we go. I don't have any other plans to leave the house today. So I feel ready to just dive into all of these little to-do things and just enjoy the rest of my Friday, getting some stuff done. I still have a lot of weekend left, so that's good. But for now, I'm going to go have a nap. That nap was dangerous because I feel like I could have slept until tomorrow, but I didn't. It's 5:10 and we're going to go through the rest of that wheel. I just spun it again and got the one thing that I probably least wanted to do on the wheel. But I'm going to follow the directions of the wheel and go ahead and film my December wrap up. But I'm going to change my shirt because I feel like this looks like the color of my skin. It doesn't work. I'm going to change back into my sweater to film that. Get it done. I'm going to get it done. All right, I did it. I filmed my wrap up and here's the 3rd pair of glasses I've worn today. But I was just putting some of the other glasses away and I found these ones too. I'm like, ooh, I kind of like these. I don't know. I'm in the dark glasses mood. Maybe it's because it's winter. Maybe because my hair has no more gray right now. And I'm feeling it, the darker glasses. And I think these are progressives. So that will be nice. I filmed my December wrap up, got that done. And now I just spun the wheel again. Here's what I got. So I am going to sit down with my computer and my new budget journal, and I'm going to cancel a few more things and sit down and try to get started with a budget. I'm going to soon do a Zoom with my cousin, who is the queen of budgeting. She's been budgeting for years and years and is so good at it. I'm always impressed with how she does it. She's going to talk me through her system. I don't think we're going to do that today, but I'm going to start setting up what I know so far and make my first payment towards one of my debts because I got my Patreon payment in. So I can go ahead and do that. Make my first little payment, color in the boxes in my journal. That will be exciting. And see where else I can scrimp and save. That's the plan. So yeah, I'm going to go work on that and then possibly read while I eat dinner. Good morning, friends. Happy Saturday. I am still very sweaty. I just finished a workout and now I am joining Kat from Kat's Novel Adventures and a few friends for her Saturday morning momentum. I've been wanting to participate in this. I always end up getting on right when they're about to finish. But today I remembered and I'm hopping on at 9 o'clock to get my motivation for the week and the motivation for today and the momentum going. I have a to-do list started, but yeah, I'm going to join in with their conversation and get my day going. Hello, hello. It is almost noon. I'm very excited because I'm starting intermittent fasting. So I haven't eaten anything yet today and I'm getting hungry. So I'm very excited to start eating at noon. My plan is to have an eating window from noon to 6. And we're going to carry on with that as long as I can. Last night, I didn't get back on. I didn't work on too many more things, but I did start the Christmas murder game because my hold came in for this on Libby. So I'm just squeezing in one more Christmassy read and I'm about halfway through, making really good progress with this one. It's fun. Another house party, someone dies and now they got to figure out what's going on, but actually there's a lot of puzzles involved in this one. But our main character is Lily and she actually lived in this house and the house is called Endgame. But Lily's mother died and was found out in the maze, the big bush maze labyrinth. And then the sister of her mom, her aunt, also died at the house. And so there's suspicion from Lily that there's something nefarious going on. Everyone else just thinks that they're doing these puzzles and scavenger hunt to win the inheritance of the house, and then they can do with it whatever they want to. So it's kind of cool. We've got the family dynamics, we've got the mystery going on, we've got the puzzles, the games. There's a lot of wordplay, and I'm suspicious of everybody, especially the people that the book makes you feel like you shouldn't be suspicious of them. It feels like they're trustworthy, but I feel like I'm the most suspicious of the trustworthy characters. There's 2 of them that I'm like, are you really this trustworthy? I don't know. I don't think so. So I'm having a good time with that. I've currently been working on my to-do list ever since the power hour with Kat and her Saturday morning momentum. I knocked off a ton of things off of my list already today. Started a load of laundry, swept the kitchen, added some more books to Pango, packaged up a Pango book, sent a gift card that I needed to. I feel like there was a couple more things. Anyways, I did a lot off my to-do list already. Oh, I cleaned up Christmas for 15 minutes. Just slowly working on Christmas cleanup. I'm not in a rush. So I'm just taking my time boxing things back up so that eventually they can all go back up in my attic, which I point out because there's my attic right there. Doop. But right now I am working on my January calendar for Patreon. I'm a little bit behind. It's the 3rd, but that's okay. I'm working on my calendar, trying to make sure I'm not overlapping with other things going on in my world and get that out to them today. So that is the goal, get that calendar out today and work on some Patreon stuff. It's a get her done kind of a day around here and it feels good to get stuff done. I like it. But I'm also really hungry, so I'm very excited to eat in a few minutes. It is now 8:15 and I have not been on here very much today because I spent a long time on Canva working on stuff for my Patreon, and I also worked a lot on this puzzle while I finished listening to the Christmas murder game. That puzzle is so hard, by the way. The Christmas murder game was fun. Definitely was right about one thing, which I was very pleased about. I wasn't right about everything, but I was just proud of myself for being right about one thing. I am going to read for the rest of the night, probably. I've been reading The Little Prince. I'm about halfway through, or more than halfway through this now. And also, I am going to read a little of my nonfiction and a poem of the day. So I have a goal. We'll see how long it lasts, but I would like to read a poem every day. So right now, let me pull them down. Right now, the poetry book that I'm reading from is Call Us What We Carry by Amanda Gorman. I have quite a few poetry books and I just really would like to read them. So I'm going to go ahead and read this one, my poem of the day. And the nonfiction I'm currently reading is this, Literarily, How Understanding Bible Genres Transforms Bible Study. And it's really good, but I kind of want a narrative nonfiction. So I'm going to go ahead and start, where is it? This one, When Breath Becomes Air. Let me switch hands because I only have one little light on. I'm going to read this one, When Breath Becomes Air by Paul Kalanithi. This is on my self-destruct pile for the year. So I think I might start this one tonight and just read. The goal is 10 pages. I may get a little farther than 10 pages. We'll see. But I just kind of have an urge to read in print this evening. So all of these, all of these will be print reads. And then I will need to start another audiobook before too long because I just finished Christmas Murder Game on audio. I did see today that my hold for A Single Light came in. This is a second in a duology. It's on my January TBR. So it would cross off a series and it's something that's already on my TBR. So I will probably start the audiobook for this. Yeah, we're gonna just spend the night reading. It's 8:15, so I'll probably be up for a little while. I do not have any roles at church where I need to get there early. I'm helping out with the monthly conversation with new people, which happens after service, but before service, I don't have anything. So I get to take another slow morning, which is wonderful. Hopefully I'll put some nails on. I'm hoping to do some press on nails, so I'll probably do that in the morning. But I'm going to sign off for the night and talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Hello, hello. Happy Sunday. It's like 2:15 in the afternoon and I've had a really nice day so far. I got up and did a 40-minute strength training workout. I put nails on. I love this pink, just kind of neutral. I went to church. Church was really good. I had a couple good conversations and came home and just ate lunch while I worked on the puzzle and watched some booktube. And now I'm going to sit down and get some editing done and some comments and possibly listening. So I mentioned last night that I was going to start When Breath Becomes Air, and I did. I got about 20 pages in. Oh my word. I know that this one is going to be a tearjerker. I know already I teared up, welled up with tears. I didn't cry, but I welled up with tears already. And we're only in the first 10 pages. So I'm going to continue listening to that. No, I'm going to continue reading that in print, but I did start a new audiobook last night of The King's Messenger. This is one that has been on my Libby and it's due in 5 days, so I needed to finish it. This was on my December TBR. I can't remember, but I put it on hold ages ago. Then it showed up really late on Libby. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to listen to it because the other book, what was I going to listen to? Oh, I mentioned I was going to listen to A Single Light, but that's on a library card that I share with someone else and it needs to be verified. So I'm waiting to read that one. Hopefully it'll get verified and I can still use that card, but we'll see. But for now, I'm reading The King's Messenger by Susanna Kearsley. I just love Susanna Kearsley. This one, so she always plays with time in some way in her books. And this one, 1600s England, we follow a Scottish dude, who is a king's messenger. And he is sent on this task to go pick up this guy in Scotland and bring him back to the king in England. This guy that he has to go get is potentially on trial for the murder of the prince. So our messenger friend that we're following, Andrew, he has a second sight. He gets visions of the future. So that is the time element that's played with a little bit in here. There's a young girl, Phoebe, whose dad is a scribe, and the dad is going along on the trip, but his health is really bad. So Phoebe makes her, says that she's coming along as well. Phoebe and Andrew don't get along very well. He's definitely interested in her. So there's potentially a little romance that's going to happen. Her interest is currently on this gentleman guy who's the worst. And he is very clearly not honest and all that stuff, but she's deluded because he's a gentleman. Of course he wouldn't lie. Well, he's a liar and a cheat and selfish. And we could see that as the reader, but she doesn't know. So yeah, I'm enjoying this very much. 1600s, traveling through Scotland on the way back to England. And it's just really good. So I made it about halfway last night. I might finish this today. We'll see. I do have sprints with my patrons tonight, but other than that, I don't have any other plans. And I got all my exercise minutes in already. So I just am sitting here with some water. I'm practicing drinking a gallon of water because I'm going to start my 75 Sorta Hard on January 15th. And one of the elements of that challenge is to drink a gallon of water a day. So I'm getting a head start on helping my body to adjust to that. And so far, so good. I've been able to do it for the last 2 days. This is day 3. should be good today as well. We'll see. But yeah, I'm going to just sit here, work on some computer stuff. I will do another reading check-in later. Or if I go anywhere or work on anything else, I'll show you the puzzle. I'm hoping to work on my journal a little bit today as well. Just kind of like stuff around home. I've been here for a few days, so I don't feel like I have a lot of cleaning stuff I need to do, which is nice. So we're just gonna chill today. All right, time for dinner. And here's where I'm at with the puzzle, working on the faces. It's really, really weird to put together the faces of my besties. Oh my word. But I'm having fun with it. And for dinner today, it's egg roll in a bowl. I'll tell you how to make it in just a second. I wish that on my iPhone, I had the ability to flip screens immediately, but I don't. I have to stop and then restart it. So egg roll in a bowl is so easy, you guys. It's like 4 ingredients. Brown a pound of meat. I had turkey today, so ground turkey. You can use any kind of meat that you want. I also really love it with sausage just because it gives it that little extra kick. Today I shredded the carrots and the cabbage myself. Sometimes I buy a bag of coleslaw because it's easier, but you get more when you get carrots and cabbage and do it yourself. So I could make this again, probably 2 more times with all the stuff that I have, except I would need more meat, obviously. So brown the meat. You can put some sesame oil in the meat. I currently don't have any sesame oil, so I skipped that today. So it won't be quite as Asian tasting as normal. But today I also added some onion, and I don't normally add onion, but I just wanted a little extra flavor, especially since I didn't have the sesame oil. So brown the meat, add onion, and as it's browning, you can add some garlic in there. And then you just add like about a cup of shredded carrots and a cup and a half or 2 cups of cabbage chopped up small, and then a mixture of like a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. I use low sodium soy sauce, and ginger. I think it's 2 teaspoons of ginger. I just like shake a bunch into my soy sauce, and salt and pepper to taste. Let it all let the cabbage and carrots cook a little bit and wilt a little bit. That's it. I did see one recipe today that added an egg at the end, as you would get like in a lot of stir fries. I did not add an egg, but it's one of my favorite meals. It's super healthy. It's totally clean. Keto, if you're doing keto. I'm not doing keto, but it's a clean recipe and it makes a ton. So I have meals for lunches this week now. So it was my meal prep / dinner for the day. I am currently not reading a book because I'm listening to or watching a bunch of best of the year videos on YouTube. I love seeing what people's favorites were. So I've been kind of doing that off and on today. I also posted on my other channel. I finally was like, I've just been hemming and hawing about doing it. And finally I'm like, just do it already. So I did. I just sat down and filmed and edited and put it up right away. I didn't want to waste any more time. I've been wanting to get back to that channel. And then I started a list of videos I want to make for that channel. So I kind of have things on the go, hopefully, but the goal is 1 or 2 a week and get that channel rolling again because I need the accountability to help me stay focused this year. So that's the goal. That's the goal. All right, I'm gonna eat this, and then in about an hour and a half, I guess I have a little bit of time. I'm gonna eat this while I work on my puzzle and watch YouTube. And then I have sprints with my patrons tonight. So I'm gonna do that a little bit later, but yeah, here we go. Time for dinner. Hello friends, it is Monday. And I realized, of course, that I did not get on last night to wrap up the weekend. So let me do that quick because I'm in the middle of editing this vlog and I would like to get it up before Little Nugget wakes up from her nap, which she is currently taking, but I have a good amount of time, hopefully. She's not feeling so good today, poor little smush. It was a great reading weekend for me. I finished 3 books. I finished The Guernsey Literary Potato Peel Pie Society by Annie Barrows and loved it. I think there's 2 authors of that one. I also finished, and I talked to you about that one already. And then I also finished The Christmas Murder Game by somebody and already talked about that one. Enjoyed that one very much. And then last night I finished The Little Prince, which I did not care for. I am among the minority, I believe, with The Little Prince. I just felt like it was weird and that I didn't understand all of the metaphors and things that it was referring to. I didn't feel smart enough for it. I didn't like it. I didn't like The Little Prince. I didn't like all of the different people that he comes across, I didn't understand. I didn't understand it. So I know it's a beloved book, but it was not for me. It was not for me. And then I read a couple poems from Call Us What We Carry. I read a little bit from Literarily, and I read a little bit from When Breath Becomes Air, my 3 nonfiction books. And I'm about 70% into The King's Messenger by Susanna Kearsley. So quite a lot of reading this weekend. It was very relaxing and chill, and I loved it. It was a great way to start the year. So thanks so much for coming along. Stay tuned. In 2 weeks, I'll have another reading vlog because now we are back to our regular schedule. It's exciting. All right, I would love to chat with you down in the comments below about anything you saw in this video. What were you reading over the weekend? What are you reading right now? How is the start of your new year going? And if you're not feeling chatty, but you want to let me know that you are here, go ahead and put a bird, because the cover of The King's Messenger has a bird on it. Put a bird emoji in the comments down below just to let me know that you were here watching. I really appreciate all of you for being here and spending a few minutes of your day with me. And I look forward to chatting with you in another video very soon. Bye.